Hey everybody, welcome. I'm so glad you are joining me for this super fun session. I would like for you to remember the following as we go along. This session is going to be pretty fast-paced and it might be a little overwhelming. That's okay. I am going to give you all of the slides that I will be going through today, and every slide has directions and tutorials that will go back and walk you through step by step. So please don't feel overwhelmed. Learn, it's going to progress. So we'll start out very easy and then it's going to get a little harder as we go, but that's okay. Just stop where you feel comfortable, watch the rest, and then come back later on when you're ready and move through all of the different steps. Let's get started. I think we have everybody in. So the very first thing that we need to be able to do is to create a Bitmoji. So if you don't have one, here's how to do it. You do have to create it using a mobile device, such as a phone. So I used my iPhone and I went to this little app right here and downloaded the Bitmoji app, and it will have you sign in. Please use an email that you will remember because you're going to have to log in with that in another place in a minute. So on my phone, it'll look like this, and it just walks me through creating. It starts with your skin tone. It lets you pick out your hairstyle, the color of your hair, the eyebrows, the nose. I had to give mine pretty big cheeks. And you can even change your clothing. You can add different accessories such as sunglasses and fun hats. There's even team wear available. So if you have a favorite NFL team or a baseball team, you can pick those as well. You can be a cowboy or a pirate. I like to think of my Bitmoji as more of what I want to look like rather than what I really look like. And that's okay. You get to be a different you for the day or have fun with it. So again, you're just going to download the Bitmoji app. You're going to walk through the directions. I'm just setting it up, customizing it, making it look whatever or however you want it to look like, and that's it for that step. If you want to walk back through that later, here's a little video that will just walk you through step by step. And I will be sharing the slides in a few minutes, so just hang with me for a minute. So once you have created your Bitmoji, the next thing that you'll do is add this Chrome extension. And so I have it linked here for you, and you'll just open it up and you will click on Add to Chrome. Right here, mine's already added, but you will add this to Chrome. This is a good time to point out that the Bitmoji app is for teachers only, for adults. It is recommended for ages 12 and up, but as you can see, there's some of them in there that might not be appropriate for our students. So this is an app that you will be using to create and not your students. So please do not ask your students to install this extension. So once you add the extension, it pops up here. So if you can see my extensions at the top, I have quite a few, but here is the Bitmoji extension. When you click it for the first time, it's going to ask you to log in with that exact same email and password that you used on this previous step. Okay, so now that I have the extension, this is when the fun begins. I've been using Bitmoji for a couple of years now, and it's amazing to see how it's taken off just in the past few weeks. I think teachers have had some extra time to play. So once I'm ready to use it, I just click on my extension and my Bitmojis magically appear. You can see at the top, my most recent ones are there, also the most popular ones. When they release new ones, these will appear here as well. It also is customized, like when I get on in the morning, there are a lot that say good morning or things to do with morning time, maybe even breakfast. On holidays, you'll see Bitmojis that appear that are like relative to that. So pretty soon we're going to see some 4th of July ones popping up. You'll even be dressed up like Uncle Sam. So whenever I want to use any of these Bitmojis, I just click and drag. So since I'm using Google Slides right now, I can click on it and just drag and drop it in my Google slide deck. You can do this on Google Docs. You can do this in Jamboard or any tool you might already be using. Another way to save these Bitmojis is to just right-click on one. So if I want to use this one, I can just right-click on it. I can copy it. Then maybe I want to paste it in an email, or I could save this image to my desktop, or I could save it to my Google Drive as well. And so also with Bitmojis, it's searchable. Notice at the bottom you have different, you can kind of look at different collections. These are all basically like, hey, what's up? So look at all of these different ones that we have. These are just like really like, I love you. All kinds of different love Bitmojis. You can just search by collection, or you can come up to the search bar in the top and search for ones. So maybe I know I want to do one with a microphone. So if I start to type in mic, notice I get these that appear. And again, I could right click and copy it and come down here and paste it, or I could just drag, whoops, what I previously had, I could just drag and drop it. I'm going to back up for a second and tell you that you do not have to use your Fayette County email address and password to log in. I did just because I wanted it to be associated with my Google Chrome that I'm using for school. So since I'm logged into Chrome with that same email address, my school one, I did create it with my school account. You could use it with a personal account as well. More about searching. So you'll notice that it will pretty much pull up anything you type, but a new feature that was added this year is that you can even customize text. So if you wanted to create something for your students that said, I miss you, anything you type in, the ones that they already have will appear at the top, and then if you scroll down, you'll see where they've added it to images that they think it goes with already. Just to prove that, I could say, I'm Kelly. And you know there aren't going to be in there that say I'm Kelly, but these are ones that they've automatically added that text to. So again, I could right click and drag these, or right click and save them, or I could just drag and drop them if I'm working with a Google product. I love how we can customize text as well. For example, I saw a teacher yesterday that they were writing digital postcards to all their students, and they made one for each student. So it could say, hi, Sarah, and then you find one that, that you might want to send to your kids, and then you could create a little postcard with that customized image. Okay, so again, we're using the Bitmoji extension today. You can customize these even further. So I went in and just changed my clothes using my app. Remember, you have to make all of the changes on the app, and then they magically appear in your Chrome extension. And it's pretty amazing. It happens just like that. So I just went in and changed my shirt, and I wanted to put, this is our office logo on it. So I just inserted this logo, and I could drag it and drop it. So I could customize my shirt. Now, just a little trick about this. Notice how this has this white background in there, and I don't want that. So I wanted to share with you a website called Remove BG. And when I give you these slides in a minute, everything is linked here. And so you'll notice that this website, I have it linked in the presenter's mode. While that's loading, I want to answer a question from Christy about, so the program will warn of potential security issues. So I did not link it to my Google, to my personal, my iPhone keyboard. I did just log into the app. And so therefore I've never entered a credit card or anything else from this app. I have to caution you to use it at your own risk. I've been using it for years. It's been around for years, and we haven't seen any potential. But I mean, as with every single other app out there that you're using, you have to use it at your own risk. So I don't add the full access to my keyboard, but I do have a lot of friends that have done that with no problem. So again, please use it at your own risk, but it is safe to use. Okay, so I wanted to show you this website called remove.bg, and you might use this for tons of tools in your classroom. I use this all the time. It just lets me remove a background and give me a transparent background. So I just click on Upload Image, And I'm just going to pull that image off of my desktop. I could also pull it from my Google Drive. You can see the original, and now I get this checkered background. So it's removed the background for me. And when I download that, it just shows up here on my computer. And so now I'm going to drag that into my slide presentation and resize. And now I can put that on and it has a transparent background. So just a fun little tool called Remove BG. So I'm going to back up for a second. I am going to share these slides with you in just a second. And when you click, so for the questions about finding it, it's right here for you. So I have everything that you'll be able to click on and download. Okay, so you can use Bitmojis for anything, and you can use them anywhere. And I think I've proven that. I use it all the time. I even logged into the Snapchat store and bought a t-shirt with my Bitmoji already on it. And so you can see an example here. These are just my office mates. So I just had them each email me their Bitmoji, and I just stuck them together and made this little graphic. And so we can use this on our newsletters or for other reasons. So for the next few minutes, I just want to share with you some ideas about how you could use this in your classroom. And again, I'm going to go back and give you these links so you have all of this and it's linked for you. So many different ideas. If you have ideas, please put them in the chat box. So one thing is you could create digital stickers. So all I did with this was just created a Google Doc and inserted a table and put my Bitmoji in there and just copied it a bunch of times so that I could print them out all on one sheet. So if you have sticker paper at home, you could just print that out and then you could give them to your students. If you search Teacher Pay Teachers, which I don't really recommend, I go there for ideas, but I don't buy anything. I believe we should share for free, but a lot of teachers are creating these brag tags now. So teachers are copying brag tags out on cardstock, putting a hole in the top, attaching it to a piece of yarn, and students can earn all of these different tags throughout the school year. So as you look at your Bitmojis, there are so many that are amazing. I use these two a lot, one that says super, one that says you're the best. You could come in and find, I mean, just by looking at them, you can tell that these would make really fun brag tags. Maybe you want to make one that says 100%. Maybe you want to give this brag tag out to students that are completing their work at 100% or going above and beyond. So to create it, I just use a Google Doc. You could use Publisher, Word, whatever. Just copy that Bitmoji and stick it in there. I could copy it and paste it and then just stick it in there and then print. So it's really easy to create your own products. Another idea is you could print your own stickers. And so I just linked an example here of one from a website called Sticker Mule. And we get, if you see people that have all these really cool laptop stickers, that's where they come from. And if you wait for their sales, it's really affordable. I think I got 40 stickers the other day for like $3. So wait for them to go on sale before you order. But they just print out really nice prints around them, or you could just print them out on sticker paper from like Walmart or Target. And then I linked this example of the Flat Teacher Project. This is a really fun project, and I'm just going to jump out to this blog just to quickly show you what it looks like. So teachers are sharing this little graph with a cutout of themselves, and then there's like this one's different activities that students can do. For example, let's read a book together. You know how much I love to listen to you read. So your students could read with your flat teacher, you know, like Flat Stanley. They could take the flat sticker on a walk. They could build a fort with you. All of these wonderful ideas. And so I have this linked for you where you could explore that. Some more ideas. You can make motivational posters. These exist on Teacher Pay Teacher, but I think you could really make your own. All you have to do is come up with your saying, insert your Bitmoji, and you could print these out. Once our schools open back up, our Teacher Resource Center even has a poster maker that you're allowed to use make so many posters per month. So that's a great way to come and print those out. You could make your rules and procedures posters with these. I just pulled up a few that I thought would be cute, like you know, when should you be talking? How do you share? What is your voice level? Just so many fun ideas with this. You can use your Bitmoji as writing prompts. So I just used a Google Doc and typed in a would you rather question. Would you rather have a ketchup dispensing navel or a pencil sharpening nostril? So if you want to type your answer in the chat box, that's kind of fun as well. But you can add your Bitmojis to your writing prompts just to personalize them a little bit. The kids really do love seeing them. Here's an example from Chelsea Bug at Lafayette. She shared this with me. She teaches dual credit math. Yeah. And she had her math problem, and then she just added a little, her little Bitmoji to go along with it. So it just makes her worksheets a little more interactive, a little more personable, spicing them up a little bit. I see lots of people putting pencil sharpener over there. Interesting. You could use these to create postcards. So I see so many teachers that are mailing their students right now because they didn't get to say goodbye or they want to check in with them. So here's what you could do. I just inserted a shape over here and added a line and a square. And then I went to insert and added a picture. So maybe I want to come up to my Chrome extension for Bitmoji, and I could even add an Bitmoji right on top of it. And then I could print these out and then write to my students and send them. Or you could put this in a Google slide, build your digital postcard, and then send it to your students that way as well. Another teacher, I got this one off of a Facebook page I'm going to share with you in a minute for millions of ideas, but she created end of the year awards, and I know so many of you are doing that, and she just customized them with her Bitmoji. And so, oh, good question. So yeah, you can. There are lots of Bitmojis up here without text, and I'm glad you asked that question. And so I can see by, you know, there's a lot that do have them, and once you get in here and play, you'll find them. But there are some keywords you could search. For example, I could just type in pose, and it will give me lots of just plain Bitmojis that are there without any words. You could type in sit and find a Bitmoji. I'm not going to use the one of sitting on the toilet, but then I could just pull in different Bitmojis. Remember, I said there's some your kids, if they got a hold of them, they would have a field day. Yeah, so then you could even add your own text. For example, I could come up to insert and insert a call out. And drag that over. Oops. And then type inside of it. So what a fun way to create your own animations and your own cartoons and your own ideas. So many ideas. Getting into our lesson, this is an example from LaDonda Porter, who teaches PE at Beaumont. And in the bottom of this, I've linked her slide presentation and the session she did with me 2 weeks ago. So she created a choice board for her students. This is just a Google slide. She changed the background to blue, and she added in these squares, one for each day of the week. And then she had her students come in and just, you know, on Monday, they would click on this image and it would open up their lesson. They clicked on Tuesday and it opened up the lesson for Tuesday. So she just came in and linked these, just like we link anything else in Google Slides. A great idea. Another idea is that you can just create different scenes with this. And this is probably what you're seeing all over Twitter and all over Facebook right now. Teachers are creating these scenes, and it's pretty easy to do. All you do is you insert a background. So for this, in this case, I just went to insert image, and I just searched the web because I know these are images that I can use under Creative Commons license. So I just clicked on this one and put it in. And then I might go up to my Bitmoji extension and say, I want to find ones that are relative to the beach. Oh yeah, here's one. This looks lovely. Anybody else dreaming of the beach right now? And so then I can just put myself on the beach, and then maybe I want to go up and then insert a beach ball. Yes, everybody's dreaming of the beach right now. So then I'm just building this as I go. And then remember, if it has those white layers behind it, you could use that website, remove BG, and take the background out. So I'm just building. A little tip with this is it layers. Anytime you add an image, it layers your most recent one on top. So if I wanted to put myself on the beach ball, it put me behind the beach ball. So just a tip, when you're in Google Slides, come up and use the Arrange tab, and you can order this. So whatever I have highlighted right now, and I can say bring it to front. Okay, so then I can just layer that. And so remember that you can use Bitmojis that if they don't have words, you're just kind of searching around. You can either type in pose or just type in some keywords and just search. Some do have text and some don't. Okay, so I'm just creating these scenes. So I made a collection for you. I found this off the page, the Facebook page that I'll share with you in a minute, of just different backgrounds and props. And so if you want to create your own Google Classroom header or create your own scene, you'll be able to open this up in a minute, and coming slowly, you will be able to build your own classroom. So you could start by, you can search for your own as well, but maybe you want to pick this classroom. And then you can add elements to it. And again, you can go to Insert and search for any of those items, but this slide deck has tons of items already built in. So if I scroll down, I could find a couch. I just copied it, and I'm just going to come up and paste that in here. And like I said, you can put any of these in, and you can remove the background. There's all kinds of props. You can add clocks, you can add lamps, you can add a chalkboard, and you can write on top of it. So just by adding these different elements to the slide, you can create your scene. So we're just creating scenes. Check out this one. This teacher, Jasmine McCrae, created her Google Class or her classroom. She made a picture. Now, remember I told you that teachers can, or students cannot create Bitmojis. Here's what she did. She opened up her Bitmoji app, and for each student, she just kind of changed her Bitmoji to what she thought they looked like, and then changed their clothes and took a screenshot and added them in. And so she just built a class picture. This teacher did it with her entire staff. I don't know how she got all of them to send these cool Bitmojis to her, but she did, and she just layered them together. So just some ideas. You could even create this for your Google Classroom banner. It's the exact same way of creating the scene. So I want to share an example that, I'm sorry, let me back up. So here is an example or a video that walks you through doing this step by step as well. But you do it the same way in Google Slides. You create a background, and you're going to change the size to a custom size. And this will walk you through step by step. Because Google Classroom or Google Sites, you need that longer banner. With this is creating a virtual classroom, and Ashley did an amazing session 2 days ago, so I've linked that here for you, where it walks you through creating a classroom. So rather than tell you about classrooms, I want to show you one, and I think Miss Wong is still in here. I think I saw her earlier, but this is Yan Wong from Dixie Magnet Elementary, and this is her virtual classroom. So look what she did. She took the background. She added a desk and a carpet, and that carpet is actually in Dixie. I've seen it. She added a bookshelf. She added some students and herself. Check this out. She added sound.
你好，欢迎来到王老师的中文课堂。Hello, welcome to Miss Wang's virtual Chinese class. If you see this page, that means I'm not with you today.
So I love that, how she could share a message, and I'll show you how to add voice in just a second. But then she has her board, just like our objective boards for the day, or these are different topics. And so when you click on each of these, she has activities or videos built in. The same with her bookshelf over here. She's created a virtual library. She just put in an image of the book, And then each of these go out to a reading. In this case, it's the Very Hungry Caterpillar story in Chinese. So she's teaching from a slide with her Bitmojis. Here's another, so thank you, Ms. Wong, for sharing that with us. Another example that a teacher did with her library. So each of these link out to videos that have been given permission to share. Teachers are taking it to a whole new level. Can you guess what TV show this one's from? Yeah, from Friends. And what about this one? It's my favorite. Anybody? Oh, I must be the only Gilmore. Yeah, there we go. It's Luke Steiner from Gilmore Girls. So these are both high school teachers, and I have linked these templates for you, so you are free to copy and make a copy of anything I'm showing you today and use it for yourself. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And so, just so many fun ideas with this. These were high school teachers that created, and they have linked their activities for their high school students. Okay, and so a good idea of where to post these for students. You could share them in, most people have been sharing them in their Google Classroom or in their Canvas course. And I will show you where those a million science templates are in just a minute as well. And so they're just linking them, or you could click on share and send them with students. But if you are using Google Classroom or Canvas, this is a great way to share with them. And so next you could add voice. And so I'll just quickly walk you through this. I used a site called vocaroo.com. I'm just going to share it with you really quick, but the directions are here. So I just went to, actually I'm just going to walk through it for time today. You just create a folder in your Google Drive, and you name it, and you change the settings so that anybody with the link can view. And then I use this website called Vocaroo, which it's really quick to record voice, and popped it in my Google Drive. And so when I just added it here, I went to Insert and Audio, and it let me pick that file that I popped in my Google Drive, and now I have my audio. Hello, is this thing on? And I know that was a quick demonstration, but the directions are here for you to walk through, and I'm also available to help at any time. We have 3 more slides, and then I'm going to share this with you. I get more questions about this than anything else right now in my email, and it's how to animate your Google Slides. And so again, I have a video tutorial for you right here that walks you through step by step, but I thought I would just show it to you very quickly. I started with a slide deck like this. I just inserted a beach as a background. Sorry, we'll give it just a second to load. And then I just inserted my Bitmoji on this. Not hard yet, right? And so then, just to make it easy, I right-clicked on my slide and hit duplicate. And then I just scooted my Bitmoji over a little bit. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to duplicate it and scoot my Bitmoji over and do it again. And I think you could point. I'm kind of just creating a quick little animation, right? So that if you flip through these quickly, it would look like I was walking. But in order to make this into a video, and you can even change your Bitmoji. Maybe you want the next one to be you jumping in the air. So I could even take this off and do one where I'm jumping. Okay, so in order to make this into a video, I'm using an add-on called Creator Studio. This is so easy to do. Watch this. I'm going to click on add-ons, and you would click on manage or get add-ons. So you're going to get it, and you would search for Creator Studio. And then it just adds it right into your slide deck. Okay, so now when I'm ready to use it, I click on add-ons, Creator Studio, and I'm going to open it. And when it opens, and you can have as many slides as you want. If you're going to do an animated GIF that you want to put in, like I have the one of me dancing at the beginning, you want to keep them kind of short because they do take a long time to load. Creator Studio opens up, and again, in the directions, I have this for you, but I'm going to change my output size and my interval because I want them to move fast. And then when I select GIF, animated GIF, and go, and I'll give, oh, why is it not loading? Okay, when I click go, and when it goes through this, sorry, I need to change my settings. It will look like this. It just downloads it as a little video that you can pop in. And again, the directions are here step by step. The last thing to share with you before I give you the links is the adding animation using Snapchat. So this is where the fun part comes. I had never used Snapchat until 3 days ago. My daughter now says I'm old. Directions are here very quickly. It walks you through step by step. It's so quick. You'll learn in under a minute. But I just wanted to show you how I did it. Because I can't show you on my phone. Snapchat is an app for your phone. But I opened up Snapchat, and I had to have the camera facing away from me. And again, directions and video. And I chose the dance filter. And it made me dance. And so I just recorded it. There's a little record button. And then I emailed it to myself. And I dragged that on my computer. Then I opened up this website called Unscreen. And so just like Remove BG removes the background from an image, Unscreen removes the background from a video. So I just hit upload clip. And here's the little video I did from Snapchat. And I think it was Karen, right? So Karen, you're going to be the coolest teacher in a minute. So once it uploads, it's going to automatically remove the background for me. It's coming. There it is. And I do recommend you do this on a solid background, like a white piece of paper. It makes it a little easier. My hands are kind of fading away. But once you have it, you just click download. And once it downloads, it's going to drop in the bottom of my screen, and I'll just drag and drop it in my Google Drive or pop it in my Google Slide Deck. And so that's how I got my dancing Bitmoji right here. Lots of fun. Again, directions are here step by step for you. Okay, I know you're ready to go down the rabbit hole. I've talked a lot, and I've shown you lots of ideas. So now I hope you come back and dig in and play. There is this Bitmoji Craze for Educator Facebook group. And it's overwhelming because teachers have jumped on. The first day I got on, there were 5,000 members, and now I think there's close to 40,000. But they are jumping on like crazy and sharing all of just from the last, 43,000 members now. But check it out. Look, they're just sharing. I created this. I created this. I created this. And notice they're all saying, here, you can have it. Here's file, make a copy, file, make a copy, file, make a copy. You can even come over into their files. So somebody was asking me a second ago about science ones. You can come over here and look. Here are 34 science templates that have already been created that you can share. So this website has been a gold mine. And in order for you to have all that, here's the link. Sorry, I should have shared that at the beginning. But whenever I do that, people go through it, and then it doesn't make sense, I think, if you go through it without me. So here's the bit.ly, and if you go ahead and have this, and then you have access to all the directions, all the templates, the link to that Facebook group, so many amazing things. And I know I talked fast. Remember, today was not to overwhelm you. It was just to inspire you, to show you what you can do. The directions are here, or you can email me or hop on office hours with me, and I will walk through any of this